Welcome back. Celebrity hubris and narcissism knows no ends. That's on point tonight, and maybe it's a good thing, at least for me. If celebrities didn't double down on those qualities, we wouldn't have a lot to talk about. For example, Matthew McConaughey in Esquire magazine this month. There's the cover. After Uvalde, and the actor is dressed in a white suit, wading knee-deep in water. I went to Uvalde. I spent time with the victims' families. I watched them cry and wonder why their kids died. You might remember McConaughey headed for Washington.
This should not be a partisan issue. There is not a Democratic or Republican value in one single act of these shooters. It's not. But people in power have failed to act. So we're asking you, and I'm asking you, will you please ask yourselves, can both sides rise above? Can both sides see beyond the political problem at hand and admit that we have a life preservation problem on our hands?
Beautiful. At the time, we praised the actor. He's from Uvalde and actually sounded presidential. It was like a West Wing episode or American President speech, both written by Aaron Sorkin, but the media fawned over him. He talked about reasonable gun control, fine. Then we all forgot about McConaughey and his plan because he forgot about it. He didn't talk about it. He didn't do interviews. He didn't continue to fight. He just went back to being a celebrity, and now the magazine cover. What a pop collar and pocket square have to do with Uvalde and the kids who died, who knows? You can see him there rolling his sleeve up just a little bit. And the water he's wading in is a metaphor for who knows what. We actually found this on Instagram. I hope I told it well. Then he tagged his stylist, his groomer, the visual director, and a few others. Nothing says selfless warrior for the common man like tagging your groomer. You know what's missing from his Instagram post? His essay. So we actually went and found the essay. There's a lot more pictures you can see there with his shirt open. Again, who knows what this has to do with fighting for the Uvalde victims? Doesn't really say much about anything, except for perhaps that he doesn't have anyone smart enough around him to say that this is a bad look if you want to be taken seriously as fighting for people who just lost their children. To be fair, I didn't read the whole thing. It's long and self-indulgent, but it did say this. So much of this, meaning shootings, this teaching starts in the place where we have the most influence and can make the most difference. Home, the place where we can best prevent a problem before it needs to be cured. Home is where the story starts. It's where we can trace the stories told. The math adds up. Fair enough. One of the great things about America is when people take responsibility. Again, McConaughey made a good point, but the cover says it all. It's not about Uvalde. It's not about trying to make the world a better place. It's about him. Much in the same way, President Zelensky and his wife's cover spread on Vogue said it was about him, not about freedom or democracy. It's about their celebrity. Maybe the transparency of McConaughey's cover shoot is a good thing. At least in a way, he's honest. It's not about the kids or the guns or anything else. It's about him. When you tag the groomer in social media, it's pretty clear you don't understand the hell 21 families in Uvalde live every day. For you, it's just another cover shoot. That's on point tonight. Thanks for watching. Go to newsnationnow.com to find NewsNation on your television provider. And don't forget to subscribe. Click the red button to get more of NewsNation's fact-driven, unbiased coverage.